Hello everyone, my name is Ash Shukla and I like to say namaste and welcome to my stream today. My friends, today I'm talking to you about how to generate leads for holistic and wellness business owners. Now, those of you who are here, I want to thank you for being here. Go here at the bottom, like, share, comment, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. So, my friends, as I'm talking to you about about this subject matter, because the reason I'm talking to you is because I have been a business owner, an entrepreneur for a very long period of time, or pretty much all my life. And I started in the financial industry. I struggled a lot, and then I eventually built a pretty successful. I had found my own success, if you will, right? Now, the thing is that when I got started, just like any other entrepreneur, when you get started, you're struggling. You just want to do something. You want to make something happen, right? So as you're moving forward and doing things that you want to do, what I find is most entrepreneurs, when we get started, it's like this image that you see here, right? That this guy, this monk is fighting. So this kind of like us, and we want to be on the it's like the monk here on the top left here. You see that he's just playing and having fun, and that's how we are as entrepreneurs. And I find that entrepreneurs have a special heart, right? A special way of thinking, special way of doing things, special way of they want to serve people, they want to help other people. And as a holistic financial and business consultant, my friends, I have found that entrepreneurs struggle with this subject matter of how do you generate leads is the number one problem that they're facing. And I thought, I do this video today. And so as I've learned over time, because I used to do this. I used to like just go and meet anybody and everybody, right? I would meet people on the streets. When I got started, I wasn't bad at prospecting. I was pathetic. I couldn't close anybody. I had to blackmail my dad through my mom to get my first sale, and that's how bad it was. Now, I took several classes, and I got involved in self help in the early stage of my career at the age of 21, and I learned over time that I had to build my own system. And I was taking like all kinds of classes, like uh, Tom Hopkins or Zig Ziglar or anybody else that you can possibly imagine. Now, as I'm talking to you today about this particular subject matter, and as I am, helping you understand this, how do you generate leads, right? So what happened eventually is I was managing, quite a bit amount of money in the financial planning world, and then I started my own company. In my first year, I did 800,000 in business. So literally from August through December, which is a good amount of business. So how I did that, how did I go from a struggling to that, and how does many people, I find that we do this, we all do the same things, because I believe that energetically we follow patterns. So I followed a pattern of, I used to do cold calling. I used to do walk up to people, if you will. I used to do all kinds of things to meet new people and to get more prospects. And I used to feel like I was a ninja, right? Hey Jennifer, good morning to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. So, um, that being said, when I was looking at like a lead generation initially, I did what I could, because that's all I knew, right? But as time goes on, you learn. Leanne Rodriguez, thank you so much for joining, Leanne. Really appreciate you. So as you are new in the business and you're just trying to grow and you're just desperate, right? Like you just want to do something. And the more, what I found is, more I pushed, the more things got away from me. So what I noticed was I felt like I was doing karate. So like I used to take karate I took jiu-jitsu in college. So what I learned in jiu-jitsu was quite interesting. So most business owners, they want to do karate, right? When you do karate, you're fighting your opponent, and you are going against your energies, and you are going against your alignment, and you are really just trying so hard to make things work. But what I found in jiu-jitsu is that it's a way of fighting. It's a different way of fighting. The tactic in jiu-jitsu is that you use opponent's force against them, their own force against them. And basically, if somebody's fighting, right, you have to understand their moves ahead of time before the move is made. So that anticipation and then ability to turn that move and literally take your opponent down was one of the most important lessons I learned, back in college. So as I was advancing through my career in the financial world, one time I remember, like, I was doing prospecting, and I literally, like, I would go on appointments after appointments after appointments, and people would always tell me no. Like, I would do the things that was supposed to be done, which is appointments, seeing the people, talking to people, having conversations, but I couldn't take the conversation to the end for whatever reason. Every time the answer was no. Or I got this blank stare looked at me, because I used to do face-to-face presentations. So I would get this blank stare, right? And that happens to many of us. So as time went on, I started my own company, and then in '04, I went, literally April of '04, I started my own company, and then I started decided that I am actually going to get focused, because before then, from '94 to 2004, I had gone from a struggling financial professional to a becoming a financial planner, and then eventually I was managing over $300 million in the with the banking sector. Then I started my own, and now I was at ground zero. Right? I had just purchased a house, and I was at ground zero. So from April to August, I wanted to make sure that I was aligned with the right people. I was aligned with the right type of prospects, and I wanted to make sure that this time around I wasn't going to struggle like I did before. Because before, I would call everybody that I knew, just like everybody's been told, right? Call everybody that you know. They will do business with you. No, they won't. Okay, make sure you meet people cold. They will really, like, just meet, play the law of large numbers, right? But it's exhausting, isn't it? It was exhausting to me, for sure, for me. So then, this time around, I wasn't going to do the business same old way, right? As I had learned to basically, hit the pavement, they call it, right? And I did that. I did all of that. So this time around, I was going to do it in the smart way. So what I ended up doing is, I ended up, studying the market that I wanted to hit. And from '04 to '08, so first year I did 800,000, second year 1.7 million, third year 3.7 million, fourth year over 5 million, fifth year over 10 million. So how I did that was, I got really creative this time around, because as entrepreneurs, we have to focus on our Swadhisthana chakra. We have to focus on that. And we have to, yes, we have our heart chakra is so big, it's huge, right? But we have to focus on our Swadhisthana chakra. We have to get creative. So initially, I was doing seminars for, like, retirees and boomers. That's how I started. I was spending a lot of money on this. But as time went on, I knew that a lot of the my competition was going to get into the same market, or same way of marketing. See, one thing I learned in business is that you cannot do same thing that everybody else is doing. Otherwise, you'll be doing a karate. You have to learn jujutsu. You have to understand what everybody is doing and not do that. Right? Get away from the same old, because that's where you are. A lot of times we go wrong. So the questioning was, what else can I do here? So I went ahead and I said to myself, okay, what can I do? So I started throwing, you know, parties for my clients. I started giving surprise birthday parties to some of my clients. So, like, if it was husband wife team, and because I was doing financial planning, it would always have to be husband and a wife. So if it's a husband wife team, I would throw a wife the surprise birthday party, or a husband surprise birthday party, or maybe a retirement party, and things like that. So I started getting creative with this. So my expenses went down. See, one of the things in business is you have to learn to manage your expenses, and while you are growing your profits. Now, obviously, I had a decent client base by that point, right, from '04 to '08. But one of the interesting things that I did was this piece. The second thing that you can do with business is that you have, when you're getting creative, like, ask yourself, are you really hitting the market in the right way? Okay. Like my friend Jennifer is here, and we're going to be talking about a few things. Actually, she'll be getting some amazing emails from me today. So, but that being said, right, one of the things that you're asking, are you different? And the question is, how are you different? And how are you aligning yourself with with your existing prospects is the key to either getting business or not. Because I went from a struggling financial guy to closing over 400% higher transactions than industry average. The reason I did that is because I was able to align myself properly with my prospects. So the question is, what did I do differently? Down the road. So one of the things you can do. So one of the things that I did, I'm just telling you what I did, right? And maybe my goal is to give you inspiration today. And if you like it, go here at the bottom, like it, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. So here's what I did, right? So when one of the things that I did was I got creative. And then one of the most creative things that I did was I took a little trash can. And in that trash can, I took a letter. I took a piece of paper, right, like this, literally piece of paper like this, and I crumbled it up like this, right? And inside of this letter, I had written, I knew you would throw it away, so I did it for you. Now think about that message, right? And I put it inside the trash can like this, and I wrapped it up with a really nice box with a bow on top of it, right? And I mailed it to a certain audiences. When I did that, right, my response rate went through the roof, and that mail campaign alone generated over $7 million in business. Now the question you have to ask yourself is, all right, well, that was pretty creative, right? So the question you have to the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to align with the people. Like I thought about it and I said, wow, when somebody gets this, it's unique, it's different, if nobody else is doing it. That all of the advisors by that point were into this old way of marketing, which is what I was doing for the first 4 years. So you have to ask yourself in a business is if you are trying to, are you trying to be different, or are you trying to do same old? As you're moving along in business and you're trying to grow your business and you're looking to move forward to the next step, you have to ask yourself that. See, as a holistic business consultant, I give business owners so many ways to get out there, right? So getting out there is one thing, but getting out there in a way that is different than everybody else is completely different thing. Like my themes, as you know, that my theme is very holistic, very wellness based, right? My goal is to play in the playground and have fun with this. My goal is not to, and yes, as a business owner, expect criticism. You're going to have it. People are going to laugh at you. My live streams that I do every day, right? People go, I've had family members who are usually not they're the most critical people you'll find. And some of them go, wait, Ash, like, I see that you go live and you need to become this. No, it's not about me becoming a guru, but it is about me getting my message out to the people that I want to serve. People who are critical of other people, they're usually jealous, or they're usually in a bad space for themselves, or they just don't have the big enough thinking to do something in life. They just want to be like this in this itty bitty corner, right? So if you're a business owner, I encourage you to try something out, try something new, align your chakras, make sure they're out of whack at times. Just let them go at points. And don't just always be looking for a perfect thing, because in a business there is no such thing as perfection. Understand one thing in life: there is no such thing as perfection is in the beholder of the eye. The question is of the person who is watching this particular live, right? If that is not in alignment with them, look, I don't want them anyways. I have somebody right now on LinkedIn. They're sending me a message. Why do you want me to join your stuff? I said, I wrote back, I said, I don't want you to join my stuff. Not with that attitude, right? Because it was a little rude. So stand up for yourself. As a business owner, you have to stand up for yourself, right? Find something, a different way of thinking, and stand up and hold your ground and say, I am somebody. And if you want to do business with me, let's go, right? If you have to align yourself completely and hold your truth, hold your ground, and move your ball forward from there. You cannot, as a business owner, be in the mode of like, okay, I'm going to do what everybody else is doing. You cannot do that. Otherwise, you will drown. You will not be able to get the mileage that you are looking to get. It has to be different. It has to be different. But at the same time, it has to be intellectually sound. It has to be completely in alignment with the people you're talking to. What matters is, who are you talking to? Who are you trying to appeal to? Who are you trying to attract? And how are you attracting them? Are some of the things that you may want to think about as you're looking to grow your business. Stop giving in to society's expectations, because, my friends, the new way of thinking is here. Stop doing karate and start learning jiu-jitsu. Start learning the alignment, the game of alignment, in the right way. When you learn the alignment game, when you understand chakras, the reason I was able to do these things and I was able to attract and I was able to really like build a business is one of the main reasons is that I understood exactly what my audience is going to think ahead of time. I knew that when I did this crumbled piece of paper in a trash can and mailed it to my target audience, the best reaction I was going to get is they were going to laugh out loud, because it has never been done before. Right? So that's what you're gonna. That's what I did. But when I did that, when they laughed out loud, they called me. They contacted me and they said, "Oh, oh my God!" It's like I had a lady. Literally, I remember a lady called me. She like asked. I mean, she was cracking up when she called, and she couldn't stop. And she gave me almost $3 million in business. The question is, what reaction are you trying to get from your clients? Are you trying to get a reaction of wow? Then you need to think about that. Are you trying to get a reaction of like, what chakra are you activating while you're talking to them is very important. For me, it's a holistic wellness. For me, it's grounding, right? That's why I have lots of images of from a wellness based. A lot of times I'll use different images in my background, and the reason is because I'm provoking certain thoughts. I'm looking at it being different. Yes, it is different, right? I'm always in my Indian clothing, and so some people around, and you are going to get criticism. Expect that. I would expect, like, as a matter of fact, like, start putting people in a boxes. I put people in boxes all the time. I meet somebody, and if I meet them, and once I meet them and I understand who they are and which chakras they come from, I know exactly how they're going to behave next time I meet them. This happened to me literally a few days ago, where one of somebody that I know, basically compared with me with somebody that's completely not me. That's so not me. And I'm like, wow, how low can you go, right? But at the same time, I'm thinking, thank you for doing that, because you did that, I know I'm not that for sure. So move, like, own your ground though. Own your ground. Own your ground of where you are and move forward in a different way. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I salute you. I salute you with both of my hands and say thank you for making the difference in the world. Thank you for being that different person. Thank you for having the courage to go forward in the thinking forward in the future. Thank you for taking the risk to risk not only your future but also your family's future. Thank you for being a forward thinker to move the world and make a world a better place. And I want to thank you for that, because that takes courage. Having, working for somebody doesn't take courage. That's just, you taking somebody's money and saying, wow, I made some money today. You didn't. You just worked for somebody. But being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, it actually requires a thought process of freedom. It requires the Manipura chakra and your Swadhisthana chakra and your Anja chakra and your Vishuddha chakra and all of your chakras to be in complete activation, because it's a different thought process. It's a different human being. The way we think is different. The way we behave is different. Who you are is different. And start owning that. and start thinking about what impact you're looking to make in the world from here on out, and stop thinking like everyone else. Be innovative and be completely different. So with that, my friends, I just want to let you know, if you like my stream, go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. So as I'm talking to you, today's topic, how to generate leads for small business. My friends, listen, there are so many avenues you can do this with. You can do this with social media nowadays. You can do this with email campaigns nowadays. You can do this with text messaging nowadays. And most people make it so complicated. You know what my message is usually when I want to meet somebody? It's very simple. I found that simplicity is profitability. Simplicity is profitability, is what I found. And it's very simple. Hey, can we talk? Like, that's my message. If I'm sending somebody a message, hey, can we talk for 5 minutes? Can we talk for 15 minutes? That is my message. If somebody gives me a ridiculous answer, like that guy on LinkedIn today, why do you need me at your? I don't need you, buddy. I'm just asking you to talk to you. Do you want to talk or not? What's up? Right? Be simple. I answered back and say, I literally told him that I actually don't need you, but I would love to talk to you. And smile. Right? Keep it simple. Don't take people's garbage, and make sure that you're to the point and you are different than everybody else. People talk about in online world today, come up with fancy messages and make it personalized and all that's great. I mean, I'm not saying no to that at all. I think it's important to into more than ever to connect with human beings today, more than ever. But it's also important to keep it simple. Don't complicate your messages. Don't complicate what you're trying to say. The simpler you keep it, the better it's going to be. That's what I have found. I'm just telling you what works for me, right? In alignment with me. People, a lot of my clients ask me, hey, Ash, what message should I send? I said, hey, have you just tried? Hey, thank you for, I humbly appreciate you meeting me. Let's talk, right? Hey, like, be authentic, be who you are. For me, I'm a very simple guy. I don't have complicated messages. I'm not going to send complicated messages. I'm not going to do long drawn out a paragraph, because when I write paragraph, I usually make mistakes, spelling and grammar errors all over the place. You'll be like, wow, that's like, wow, it will be bad. But what I find is when I align with the people in the right way, when I write a simple message like that, hey, I visited your profile. I think it's fantastic. I would love to talk to you. Like, simple, 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 simple. And you will be surprised how many people book appointments with you. And then from there, the game starts, right? Maybe you can post something. If you post something and somebody comments on it, that's also another way of communicating and getting more leads in the door. But the most important thing you have to answer is what is in alignment with you and what is in alignment with the people who you are serving. Because I find many times entrepreneurs, business owners, they're hanging out on the wrong platforms. It's almost like if you have a headache and you go to a foot doctor for a cure, doesn't work. If you go to a foot doctor, he cannot give you head medicine. So I want you to stop yourself and think about this as I'm talking to you. I want you to think about, what are you looking to do? Where are you looking to go? What chakra are you trying to inspire? Are you trying to inspire heart chakra? Are you trying to inspire Anja chakra? Are you trying to inspire Sahasrara chakra? What chakra are you trying to inspire from your audience? And then design a campaign around that. It would serve you really well. Stop thinking about what other people are going to think. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing on whatsoever on what other people are thinking. None. The minute you do this, the minute you're going to do better. Look, I've helped over 5,000 businesses in the last 10 years. I've received a congressional honor for my work. And I've helped several businesses go over 7 figures in revenue. But all I will tell you is it's not about me. It's about you. And I want to let you know that I love you. I want to help you in the best way I can. And the best way I can is by letting you know that I understand you. I am in complete alignment with where you are. No matter where you are in business, doesn't matter. My specialty is in holistic and wellness based businesses. That's my one specialty. And my second specialty is financial or financial related businesses. These are my two specialties. That's what I serve. And I do it really well. And I'm here to own that, right? You're to own it. Question is, are you owning your truth? Are you in your zen place, right? Or are you just all over? Ask yourself the question. Many times entrepreneurs cannot decide on a campaign is because there's always about, like, how can I help everybody? Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were like, well, I help everybody. You do. I agree with that. You can help everybody. But it might be a good idea to start with a place like where you belong, and find out where that audience is and start there. It might help you. Okay. Actually, what I found is that when people are trying to target everybody, you don't meet anybody. Is when you're specific and you're good in your messaging, and you're good with exactly when you're specific with the audience, you'll be able to understand what makes them tick, what makes their chakra tick, what makes their heart chakra in alignment, what makes their anja chakra in alignment, what makes that. Once you understand that, it's golden. Okay. So with that in mind, my name is Ash Shukla. I'm a holistic financial business consultant, and I want to thank you so much for watching this video today. I would love for you to go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. My name is Ash Shukla, and with that in mind, I like to say namaste. I love you very much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow when I go live again. Thank you.